Hello. For those of you I haven't had an opportunity to meet yet, I'm Claire. I'm Casey's little sister, and I'm incredibly excited that today is here. We've only been planning this wedding for probably the past 20 years, and it's turning out better and more beautiful than we have ever imagined. There are so many people to thank for that, but none more so than our wonderful mother, who has spent the past few months planning to make sure every detail of today was perfect. I was actually never officially asked by Casey to be her maid of honor, so I'm not sure if I should be the one standing here today. About 2 weeks after Wilds had proposed to Casey, I received a text message from her. The text was a series of photos, 4 different images, and those photos read, "Will you be my bridesmaid?" I was a little shocked, to say the least. I'm her only sister, her best friend, and the obvious choice for a maid of honor. So I grabbed a pen and paper and wrote back the words, "No," took a photo of it, and texted it back to her. I followed that with, "But I will be your maid of honor." Patiently I waited, about a minute or two, and when I didn't hear back from her, I assumed she was on board. So here we stand. In true big sister fashion, she has always had a tendency to tease me like that. Growing up with Casey was exciting, enlightening, and educational, and not always in a classroom kind of a way. Mostly it was just incredibly fun. We were able to share friends, clothes, and stories that we wouldn't have been able to share with anybody else. She was my teacher, my role model, and my best friend, and I've always felt lucky that she came first. However, there were times when my education came in the form of tough love. When we had our occasional different points of view, she had some certain not so subtle practices to make me see things her way. Some of her tactics would no longer be considered legal protocol at Guantanamo. However, they were certainly effective on me. I will spare you the stories that may make Wilds want to reconsider his decision, but I know I stand here today a much stronger person due to some of that early tough love. Before having met Wilds, I had heard so many wonderful things. From his incredibly sweet family, to his great sense of humor, his luscious curly locks, and his sexy southern twang, it was easy to see how Casey was quickly hooked. The first time I met Wilds was in the Upper East Side at Casey's very first apartment in New York City. By the time I made it to the top of her 4th floor walk-up, gasping for my breath, Wilds opened the door and greeted me with a huge, sincere smile. Since then, my boyfriend Pat and I have had the opportunity to spend so many wonderful times with Casey and Wilds. From dinner dates to vacations down south, in the West, and the Caribbean, and having played every type of game and sport imaginable, most of which I walked away a sore loser, we have had some of the best times with the two of them. And it's easy to see how they have so many wonderful friends and family here supporting today. It quickly became apparent that Wilds was the right match for Casey when he opened his apartment to 3, yes, 3, of Casey's foster dogs, none of which had been potty trained. I couldn't imagine a more generous and understanding partner for my sister. I wish you both an exciting life together, filled with lots of love, travel, laughs, and puppies, and hopefully a niece or nephew for me. If you'll join me in raising your glasses and saying cheers to the Ogies.
Cheers.